Hey guys, it's Quan. Just coming to you, literally just wanting to review my experience of living in Las Vegas um, versus actually visiting the city. Just wanted to go over about 7 key points. I literally only have benefits. I didn't really have much negative to say about Vegas, but I will get to the negative points towards the end. My first key point would refer to the location. I'm not sure if everybody is familiar with the geographical location of Las Vegas, but it's literally in the middle of the desert. And for me, that was unique because I'm from the Carolinas. I moved to Las Vegas from Charlotte. It was, you know, it was definitely a change. But when I say location, I mean as far as the proximity to Los Angeles, San Diego. You're not far from Phoenix, and it's just it's not really a far drive from any vacation spot on the West Coast unless you're going up to like Seattle or something like that. And then also it's not far from Reno, but if you live in Vegas, you're probably not going to be going up to Reno often. They offer some of the same things. Reno's just the climate's a little different. But like the Hoover Dam. You're not far away from the Grand Canyon. There's a lot of sights to see. And like I said, if you're not used to seeing the desert or palm trees or literally just living in the middle of mountains, it's really a cool, unique experience. My second key point of living in Las Vegas was the cost of living. For me, it was very surprising because it's very similar to Charlotte. It's not extremely drastically different. Some things differ, like insurance might be a little more there, but then they don't have tax on food here. So it's kind of like, um, you give and you take, but I'd say it's fairly decent compared to your larger markets such as Los Angeles or, San Diego, New York. So if you're moving one from one of those major metropolitan areas, you'll be very satisfied with the cost of living here. Um, it it really did surprise me because there is no state tax and there is no tax on food, and you can have something here. In other words, so you don't have to really just live in a square box. You can get an apartment, and you can literally, in some cases, which I wouldn't pay this, but I've seen them for as low as six something a month. Um, and they're not in the best part of town, but depending on where you're from, may not be that bad to you. Like if you're from Detroit or something, or Compton, maybe the bad area of town here is not that bad to you. But you can get something really nice for maybe 1,000. Nothing spectacular, but where you can come home and not worry about somebody breaking into your house. 1,000 low end, higher end, just depending on where you want to live. You can look up to at least 1,500, but that's not that bad in today's market. Um, Second, the atmosphere. Well, excuse me. Third, the atmosphere. I mean, it's really upbeat. It's just a lot going on, a lot of different places to go, a lot of different food. You can literally go to the strip, but after a while, when you live here, the strip isn't really like a go-to destination for you. You kind of more likely probably go downtown, or you might go to town square, or you might go somewhere local. Like if you live in Summerlin, you probably go downtown Summerlin, or maybe the Red Rock, or if you're in North Vegas, you'll probably go to the Cannery, or you'll probably go up to, if you want to go even further north, you go to Aliante, and it's just always, like, how could I put it, something to do. You don't really have to search. You can kind of fall into stuff. Um, but if you like to drink, you can. I mean, I know this is small, but a difference here is literally you can walk into Walmart and they're selling like vodka and Hennessy and back home in the Carolinas, you have to literally go to an ABC store that closes at 9, and in some cases 7. Here, it's accessible 24 hours. You can get it from CVS, literally. But I must say that it's a unique experience, what the atmosphere here is, as far as just having a lot to do. The job opportunity here, I must say, man, it's a lot of jobs, but jobs require different things here. Like if you want to work in food, you would literally have to get TAM cards and certain certs in order to handle food or alcohol. So just be aware if you're coming here in the future and you want to relocate, get the proper information necessary to secure a job. But I mean, there's tons of jobs. It's a transient city, so with that being said, they're always looking for work because people are kind of in and out. A lot of people are starting to settle here, starting to become a little more homey. But the job opportunity is really good. Just look online. One great site that I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with is Indeed, Snag a Job, Eric's Jobs, or just Google. Job opportunity is really good. Another key point is the demographics. Coming from the South, you're more so familiar with seeing white, black, Hispanic. That's the majority of where I was located, would make up the majority of the demographics. But here it's really diverse. There's not really just one group of people. You'll see different cultures. We even have a small Chinatown, Koreatown. It's a lot more Asians, and that's Philippines, Chinese, Japanese, Filipinos, like I said. But it's just really diverse, and it's a wake-up call because some people are used to seeing a lot more of one demographic. And when they come here, it's just like it's everybody, and people are from everywhere. They're from Africa, they're from Greece. You'll meet somebody from Yugoslavia, whatever you want to call it, Czech Republic. You literally meet people from all walks of life. So that's pretty unique, and it allows you to be able to communicate and, I wouldn't say handle, but be able to talk amongst other cultures because you've experienced an encounter with them before. Another good thing here is the traffic. It's not severely bad. The only time you run into bad traffic is like, normal times of day that you run traffic in any other city, 9 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the evening. And if you're on the strip, you will run into traffic or, places where things are going on. But besides that, you can get to where you're going because Vegas is not a huge city. It is a decent size, but compared to your larger markets, it's not that big. So it's very well manageable when you just move here, and it's very easy to get around because all the streets, they connect, literally. They all touch each other. And the people here are really cool. A lot of people will talk to you. A lot of people are from out of town, so you get a lot of people just wanting to have fun. But I must say that it's a pretty cool city, and it's not really rude, but you will run into your rude people anywhere. So don't be aware if you get cursed out. I mean, don't be, how can I put it? Don't be offended if you get cursed out or if somebody is drunk and they do something belligerent, because you do have that here from time to time. But that is basically all of the key points. The negatives, I only have 3 really, maybe one more if I could think of it, but one negative is the transient. How's a transient town, so you meet people and they will leave. Don't be surprised if you meet a really good friend and in a matter of a year or 2 they're gone, because people tend to move here and leave. And it kind of does suck, because when you do create a relationship, you would like to keep that person around. it's a lot of inconsistencies as far as people staying here. But you do have a group of people from Vegas that have been here for a long time. So you do have families that are from Vegas. So don't get discouraged by hearing that. Another negative to me is it's hot. I mean, I'm not here to say like the heat will make you leave, but it's something to get accustomed to because it's a really dry heat. It's no humidity, and when you're from a different area, it takes some getting used to. But it's really hot here, and when it gets cold in the winter, it's not extremely cold, but it's windy, and like I said, it's a crisp cold because it's no humidity. And surprisingly, like this year, there was snow. We didn't get snow here in over probably a decade, from what people were telling me. But also that, and what is another negative? I thought I had three, but see, such a good city, I can't even think of it. I would say culture. I don't want to say it lacks an identity because it does have an identity. People know Vegas, but as far as culture, it's kind of hard to find a good culture. Like, when you go to New York, you have that culture, man. You go to LA, you have that culture. You have that West Coast vibe. You have that group knitted, you know what I'm saying? You go to even Cleveland, they have little pockets of that Polish area, that the area of the Jewish, it does lack culture, but it makes up for it in other aspects. So if you want to move here, I suggest it. It's a really good lifestyle, good market. We're getting the Raiders. It's starting to become a real city, man. And I would definitely suggest moving to Las Vegas. This is Quan. I'm out. I already done talked way long enough. And please subscribe down below. More videos to come. Thanks.